Have you ever noticed this? You decide you're going to change, and you mean it. You start thinking differently. You make better choices. You become more disciplined. For a while, you actually feel like a different person. Then life gets stressful. You get tired. Something goes wrong. And suddenly, the old version of you shows back up. The old thoughts, the old reactions, the old habits. And you start wondering, why do I keep becoming the old me again? Here's what I want you to understand. The old you still feels normal. That's why it keeps showing up. Think about how long you've practiced being the person you are now. Years, maybe decades. Certain thoughts, certain reactions, certain beliefs, certain habits. After enough repetition, they start feeling automatic. Like you, so when you decide to change, the new way may make sense, but that doesn't mean it feels natural yet. Maybe you've spent years telling yourself, I'm not disciplined. I always quit. I never follow through. Then one day you say, I'm changing. That's a powerful decision. But the old version of you has had years of practice. The new version may have had a couple of weeks. So when pressure shows up, your mind often reaches for what it knows best. That doesn't mean you haven't changed. It means the new you still needs repetition. You have to practice that new identity until it starts feeling normal. Think about learning to drive. At first, you're thinking about everything. The mirrors, the speed, the lane, the turn signal. But after enough repetition, you stop thinking about every little step. It becomes automatic. Your identity can work the same way. At first, discipline may feel forced. Confidence may feel unnatural. A better response may take effort. But the more you practice it, the more normal it starts to feel. And this is where people get discouraged. They think, if I were really changing, this shouldn't feel hard. But sometimes it feels hard because you are changing. You're asking your mind to stop doing what it has practiced for years and start doing something new. That takes time. The old thought showing up doesn't mean you're the old person again. The old habit calling you doesn't mean you have to answer. The old reaction showing up doesn't mean you have to act on it. You're teaching yourself a new normal. So instead of asking, why is the old me still here? Ask, how do I make the new me feel normal? The answer is repetition. You make the better choice. You practice the better thought. You act from the identity you've chosen. You keep proving to yourself, this is how I live now. Let's use working out as an example. At first, you have to push yourself. You don't always feel like going. You have to plan it. You have to make yourself do it. But after enough consistency, something changes. Now, missing the workout feels strange. Why? Because training became part of who you are. It became your normal. The same thing can happen with confidence, with discipline, with the way you talk to yourself, with the way you handle pressure, with the way you handle disappointment. You can practice a new state until it feels more natural than the old one. So if the old version of you shows up, don't panic. Don't use it as proof that nothing has changed. Recognize it for what it is, an old pattern your mind knows well. Then keep practicing the new one, because the goal isn't to fight the old you forever. The goal is to make the new you so normal that the old version no longer feels like home. So the next time you catch yourself slipping into an old thought, an old habit, or an old reaction, ask yourself, what would the person I'm becoming do next? Then do that. One decision, one action, one repetition. That's how you create a new normal. And when your normal changes, you change. Now, if this video helped you, please like, subscribe, and share it with someone who feels like they keep becoming the old version of themselves again. And tell me in the comments, what part of the new you are you trying to make your new normal? And if you want to go deeper into changing your state, your identity, and the way you live from day to day, you can find all of that in my ebook, Master Your State. And the link is in the description below. And remember, your future isn't created by what you want. It's created by the state you return to every day. And please remember, we are all created by God with purpose. So keep becoming who you were created to be. Thanks again, and I'll see you in the next video.